The spider web that we have has 18 different size holes, and the goal is to get the class from one side of the web to the other side of the web without touching the frame or the web itself. If you do, you might get blindfolded. One of the rules is that you cannot repeat any of the holes until everyone has gone through one time. Once you get everybody to the other side safely, then the challenge is over. So there's a lot of strategies involved with this activity. There's different size holes. There's different comfort levels of students. Some people might not want to be lifted. Some people don't mind being lifted. The strategy comes in where you can't have the first person go through the top because no one's on the other side to get them. So there is a lot of planning that takes place and a lot of team building required for this particular element. The web has a lot of life lessons. Okay, when you look at the web, you look at the holes and think, I don't think I can do this. That you'll find as a team that you are able to succeed with this team challenge. So it's a good lesson to say, hey, my goals are on the other side. I think I can get them. Another thing is a web has many connections. Spider webs are very strong, and we hope that you have strong connections in life and that you build some connections in class.
The other team challenge we wanted to take a couple minutes and talk to you guys about was one of my all-time favorites. It's one that we end up normally doing last. It's called the Island Crossing Team Challenge. We start by splitting the class into two groups of people, and we actually have an equipment draft because not all of the equipment in this activity is the same. But at the end of the draft, each team will have one long board, one medium-sized board, one small board, as well as 4 platforms, 2 of which are going to be hexagons and 2 of which are going to be squares. From there, we typically give teams a minute to collaborate, but when we say go, the goal of the activity is to get everyone on your team from one side of the gym to the other without anyone touching the floor. The rule typically is if you touch the floor, you have to go back to the beginning or the furthest island back, depending on which is the greater disadvantage. One of the big rules is the boards have to go into the slots of the platforms. You cannot simply lay a board flat on top of 2 platforms. It doesn't work that way. That's not a safe way of doing it. There's a lot of different techniques that people end up using, but at the end of the day, you have to decide with your group what is the best and most efficient way to get everyone from this side of the gym to that side of the gym without anyone touching the floor. The other twist is even if you attach all of the platforms and boards together, it's still not going to be long enough to reach the entire length of the gym. Therefore, you have to kind of have this balancing act of some people staying on platforms, other people balancing on the boards, and as a team shifting the platforms and boards up towards the front or closer towards your goal in order to get everyone across. It's pretty fun. Once everyone in your team has crossed the finish line, you've completed the activity successfully, and you'll give the other team some cheer and support while they finish up their half of the activity.